Okay, got my net. Let's see if we can get them real quick. And I do also highly recommend if you ever have dead fish, don't throw them away. Consider feeding them to your shrimp if you have any. If you don't, put them in a tank with live plants. Live plants also do really good. So there's quite a few shrimp in this pool, so we'll put them on this rock and then we'll see what happens to them over time. So one thing I've been needing to do is my greenhouse that I set up a little while ago has a gnat problem. So I figure I can use the rice fish the same way you would to control mosquitoes outside. So I've got 2 containers. They're a little dirty, I gotta clean them up. But both of them are just one solid piece. There's no hole at the bottom like most pots that have the drainage hole for plants. So these are perfect, and it's a good size for maybe like 2 or 3 Medaka. It doesn't need to be, you don't need a bunch in there. And this one might just be like 1 or 2 Medaka. And then I'll set them in my greenhouse, and hopefully the gnats will land on the water and the Medaka will have a good time feeding on them. And there we go, 2 little ponds. I added some snails and a couple more shrimp to this one, and same thing for this one. So they have a little cleanup crew going on, so I'll let it sit for a while, grow some algae, and then I will add the fish. So there we go, a finished pond. I added the Medaka, I acclimated them, and I do want to point out this is cycled water from my pond, so if you're going to do this, don't just use the water from your faucet or sink, just because it's probably going to have some chemicals in there that the fish will not enjoy, and it could kill them. So I have these guys in here. I'm hoping the gnats in this greenhouse end up landing in here. I might have to put a fan or something blowing down into the ponds so that the gnats might fly into them, but I think for now I'll just keep feeding them a couple flakes every now and then, and I'll probably have to set up a little tripod and a camera in here to see if they're actually eating them, because I'm never really going to know unless I witness it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the ponds. they'll look a lot more grown in and filled when they've been in here for a while. They're still only a day old, so we'll check back on these in a couple weeks. But it's super easy to make, and it might be beneficial. Yeah. Alright, I wanted to make a quick video that kind of explain why I mix my Medaka and the colors I'm kind of going for. So someone in the comments mentioned, wouldn't I get more wild type variants or colors of the Medaka if I mix them like this? Which is true. The wild variant is a dominant trait, so you will end up getting some wilds in there, but at the same time, the wilds I personally think look really cool. If you wanted like a pond that has more of a natural look, the wilds are really nice. They have like a stripe going down the middle of them, which I think looks really cool. Especially when in the US market you only really see orange, black, Miyukis, platinums, and a couple others. You really don't see what they have. Like, and if you look at Instagram and you look at some Japanese Medaka breeders, they have some insane colors where you wouldn't even believe that they're Medaka, just because they're so different from what we have. So I mean, yes, you'll get more wild types, but by risking it, you're able to produce Medaka that are completely different. I believe are way more valuable, personally, and I mean monetary too. There's not much in the US that offers other than the standard colors I listed. So if you can, you know, isolate a strain and just keep breeding those special colors over and over, you can create your own Medaka strain with very unique colors that you probably couldn't find anywhere else. So that's the main reason I mix. I do it. It's more of a gamble. I do later on in the season, once I feel like I have enough eggs of the mix, I do separate them so that I can continue to have, you know, orange and orange and black with black, just so when I do another mix, it can start with a little bit more of a pure color. But yeah, one of these guys, see, these are more of the wild type. See that stripe? You'll get more of that. This one's more of a blue color, but they're more of a grayish black with a stripe. I still think they look really cool. But yeah, they will revert if you keep doing it. But I hope that it kind of explains why I'm doing this and kind of what I'm going for. There are some ones that you can kind of manipulate, and I think they're called Dharmas, but they're like a miniature. There's one down there. They're like a miniature version of the Medaka, a short form, and that happens when they're in their incubation stage. If you turn up your heater, I believe, I want to say it's in the 80s, but I'm not sure. They'll actually all end up like that. Oh, there's another one right there, and they're very sought after because they're already smaller than the small Medaka, so they're pretty cool. But the downfall to them is they cannot breed. I mean, if they do, I've never seen it, I've never heard of it, and I've heard more that they cannot, just because they are a shorter form and they don't line up correctly. But they are pretty cool. They'll just end up getting a little larger, and then they'll die off of old age. The line won't keep going, which is a shame, because I did breed, I believe, an orange one and a platinum, and I incubated them at a higher temp, and I did end up getting quite a few like that. So they look really cool, and I'm excited for them to grow up and get a little more colorful, but that is the downfall to them. So I will make another video that kind of goes over specific variants and what exactly I'm going for. I do have a book in Japanese that goes over the different types, and it's really neat. So I just wanted to make this quick video.